Hey guys, good morning, welcome to another live session of Stock Sniper Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US30, sell, okay? I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please, secure.
As a trader, we all
Recording in progress.
Hey guys, welcome back everybody. Welcome to Stock Sniper Trading. My name is Ron, my partner is Dave. Guys, it's 1 p.m. Eastern. It is the leap year. It's February 29. It's Thursday, February 29. Welcome guys, this is our last day of the month and tomorrow we start a new month, March 1st, and it's Friday. So if you guys are long-term outlook and you guys are doing your analysis on the monthly, tomorrow is a brand new monthly candle. We do not have NFP tomorrow. Normally, NFP is the first Friday of every single month, which is tomorrow. But NFP is the following Friday. I believe it's March 8th. Okay, guys? So no NFP tomorrow. It's the next Friday. But tomorrow is a new month. Today's the last day of the month. Careful with your trading today. There could be some volatility at the end of the day, and also to start tomorrow there could be some volatility. If you are trading this today and tomorrow, just be careful and maybe start fresh on the new month as we move into March, guys. So thanks guys for joining. I appreciate all of you guys, everyone on Zoom. Thank you guys for joining. Ramon, welcome. Shahab, welcome back, bro. Pramilo, Daniela, welcome. Joel, thank you for joining. Vic, thank you guys. And everyone on YouTube, we appreciate you guys as well. Thank you guys for joining. Tony, welcome. Everybody, guys. Gizmo, welcome. Welcome, Leroy. Everyone. Thanks, guys, for joining. I apologize for not being here for a couple days. I had an emergency. I had a family member in a car accident, and that's why I haven't been here for a couple days. But they're recovering. They're doing better, and I will be here today and tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll do some analysis on Bitcoin, guys. Same time this time, 1 p.m. tomorrow. We'll do a little bit analysis on Bitcoin. I know some of you guys are interested in Bitcoin right now. It is exciting. It hit 64,000 just this week. 69,000 US is our all-time high. We almost hit the all-time. It's been retracing. It's been consolidating right now. In between, now it's about 61,000, but it's still holding while it's cooling off the RSI. So we'll see maybe early March if we get another pump to take out that all-time high, or if we're going to cool off a little bit and come back in the mid 50s or 50. We'll see, but we'll do a nice analysis tomorrow on it. I know some of you guys, what's good about Bitcoin is you guys can trade on the weekends because Forex closes. Then you can trade Bitcoin if you like on the weekend. So we'll do a little analysis on that tomorrow, more of a bigger top-down analysis. We'll talk about it, and that's tomorrow afternoon. Okay, guys. Today's plan this afternoon, we'll look at US30 Dow Jones. We'll look at gold as well, and we'll go over the news today, and we'll talk about earnings, and how's everybody doing? How's your week doing? This week is more of consolidation. Some of you guys have been in the markets more than me this week, and you guys are saying that, Ron, has been kind of choppy. I understand that. Markets can be choppy, not just for one day. It can be a week of choppiness. It's just learning what lot size to use when you identify what type of volume you're getting, and you move with the volume. So today we had some news at 8:30. There was a nice big move on gold, big bullish pump. There was some moves right over here on Nasdaq and US30, a nice pump. There was a sell-off on the US dollar at 8:30. Why? Because there was some news. So let's take a look at the news before we get into charting. Forex Factory today. This is today, Thursday, February 29. You can see it's a busy day. There's been a lot of news since midnight, starting in Tokyo, and then we moved into London. London had some news pre-London, and then we moved into pre-New York right over here. This is what the market was more waiting for this, not the Canadian news. Canadian news is important. Red folder, GDP month over month. It is important news, but The markets are more looking at USD, the United States dollar over here. This folder at 8:30 this morning, core PCE price index month over month. You can see the previous month was 0.1% red and their forecast was 0.4%, a little bit of increase, and it actually came out the equal to their forecast. If you guys don't know what core PCE price index is, you can click on this folder right here and it will give you more of a detailed explanation exactly what this is. So what does this core PCE price index month over month measure? It's a change in the price of goods and services purchased by consumers, you and I, excluding food and energy. And its effect is actual greater than forecast is good for the currency. So we're specifically talking about the US dollar over here. It's released monthly, about 30 days after the month ends. Next release will be at the end of March, March 29. We'll talk about this folder again in 1 month's time. And some notes, it differs from core CPI in that it only measures goods and services targeted towards and consumed by individuals. Prices are weighted according to total expenditure per item, which gives important insights into consumer spending behavior. CPI is released about 10 days earlier and tends to garner most of the attention, okay? And why do traders care? You and I, we're traders, investors, we do care about news. Why? It's the Federal Reserve's primary inflation measure. Inflation is important to currency valuation because rising prices lead the central bank to raise interest rates out of respect for their inflation containment mandate. So, guys, this was an important folder this morning. I hope you guys were aware of this. You can see how it impacted the US dollar and how it can impact gold and how it can also impact US30 or NASDAQ and then any other correlated currencies that you're trading, how it can be affected. So today, this morning, 8:30, this is always a critical time. I always tell you guys, be aware of this time in the market, 8:30 every single day, because you do have a lot of North American news that can affect the securities you're trading. We also have every single Thursday unemployment claims come out every Thursday morning. So last Thursday was, the previous number was 202,000 unemployed claims, and we had a forecast of 209,000. The actual number came out was above their forecast. So week over week, we can see that there's more unemployment claims. More individuals are applying for unemployment in the United States week over week. So this will impact everything. So, and then going through, then we get into Wall Street. Then 10 a.m. we had some Chicago PMI, pending home sales, natural gas storage. We had FOMC member Bostic speaking this morning, and we have all day. This is day 2 of the G20 meetings, and then this afternoon. Right now, in the next 7-8 minutes, we've got FOMC member Mester speaking. So if you guys are trading, there could be a little bit of volatility right here where you got an FOMC member speaking. We have some later this evening if you are trading in the Sydney, Australia, Tokyo session. After hours over here, we've got NZD, JPY news coming out. And then also, when the futures market opens up at 8 o'clock, 8:10, we have FOMC member William speaking. So there is other members part of the FOMC committee. It's not just always, we are always want to watch when Powell is speaking because he's like the chief, he is the leader, but there is also other members who are part of the committee that do speak throughout the days, throughout the weeks. They're not as, I'm not going to say as important, but obviously Powell is more important. But the markets move more when Powell speaks because when he speaks, he's speaking directly about the federal funds and more of the conference, and he's the leader that answers all the questions. So these are other speakers. They are significant, but not as important as Powell. Okay, guys? And then as we move into the Tokyo session, you see you got some Chinese folders as well. Okay, and then going into tomorrow, Friday, if you guys are trading, you can see it's Friday, March the 1st. New month, new monthly candle, new momentum. Everything can switch. Careful trading tomorrow. It is also a Friday. Fridays are typically tough days for most retail traders to trade. So just be careful trading. Take a look at where your big folders are. Again, around 8:30. Do we have anything? We don't have anything tomorrow around 8:30. Friday, 10 a.m. We do have USD ISM manufacturing PMI. We have revised University of Michigan consumer report. So you can see we do not have NFP tomorrow. I know we always say the first Friday of every month, and tomorrow is the first Friday of the month, but I think the leap year today ruined everything. So next Friday will be NFP, okay guys? And go into the weekend on a positive note, careful trading tomorrow, and try not to over leverage, not just tomorrow, but every single day. Earnings, let's move into earnings. So if you've already been trading pre-market this morning, you've probably seen that there was some earnings today. Celsius Holdings, Best Buy, Canadian Natural Resources. There was a lot of corporations, Papa John's, all of these things reported this morning. Now let's move into the after hours. This one will affect you and I because we'll be going into power hour and the end of the day if you guys are continuing to close trading. So over here we've got SoundHound AI. Some of you guys are more getting familiar with AI and tech stocks. So this is an AI company right over here, so you can see they will be reporting. We've got Dell Technologies, Fisker, Autodesk, Viva Systems. You can keep going down the list. Hewlett Packard. You can start to see there's some tech companies. Semiconductors, you have Navitas over here, Semiconductor Corporation. Okay, so these little semis can follow the lead of NVIDIA. NVIDIA is kind of like the big leader. Some of you guys are aware of NVIDIA last week and how it hit all-time highs. And NASDAQ followed and the markets followed with that. Now there's a little bit of consolidation, there's a little bit of a retracement, but we can still continue to push for higher highs as the markets consolidate and we pick up more volume and buyers come back and we continue to take it to all-time highs. But there could be a little bit of a correction, so guys, be ready if there is a little bit of a sell-off coming, okay? So that's news. That's for this afternoon. If you're trading into, again, tomorrow, Friday pre-market, you've got some EV plug power over here, TV, Fubo. You've got other companies over here. Okay, so some of these companies you can trade directly. You can trade individual securities with options. You can hold. You can buy actual shares of these companies. That's if you're more interested in the stock options, equities trading. If you're trading forex, some of these companies might be affected by the index you're trading, whether it's US30, it's Nasdaq, it's S&P, it's Russell, whatever it is, whatever you're trading in the forex market, these individual companies can impact what you're trading. And then Friday, we only have one company in the closing on Friday evening. So, and then you go into your weekend, guys. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend and we get back for March. And guys, we've been sending a few signals out in our Discord. This is, we had a buy signal set up earlier this morning on gold. It's running over 200 pips over here. So this was the area we were looking for a buy, 2028, 2029, kind of this area in the blue. And we allowed it to come down, sell off into this area of support, demand area. And you can see it bounce nicely out of here. And anywhere up in here, you could maybe hit a buy and maybe place your stop loss below the structure. And with that news, we had that nice big push and had a nice move on gold, where gold hit 2050 and it's been retracing and consolidating. We'll review it right now, but that was a setup on gold. We also had a few on index related trading right over here. This was US30, a buy signal that was sent out earlier today for over 155 pips. And same thing, we're looking for it to come into maybe how it can consolidate, maybe form one bottom. There's a second bottom with a higher low. It's ascending, and then we broke right out of here in the blue area. We're looking for buys above 38,840 and continuing to push up for over 150 pips up into this resistance. So that's how our signals work, guys. If you're interested in signals, we have a signals alone channel, and then we also have the signals with everything else we give at SST with the lives and all the education and everything like that. And this is our free Telegram channel, guys. This is pinned at the top of the YouTube. I highly recommend everyone joins this. You get free signals in here, recaps of what we're doing at SST. This is, guys, there's only 10 today, tomorrow, and maybe Saturday left to join this order flow 4-day boot camp. It will be next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be the 3 days of education. Then the 4th day will be a live on Bookmap, where I will come in and answer any of your questions, and we'll talk about Bookmap. You also get a 3-month membership with this, so it's a really good deal, guys. Normally a 3-month membership with SST is $150. We've taken off $50, so it's only $99.99, and you also get enrolled in the free order flow bootcamp. So all of that is for you guys. You get a 3-month membership for $100, and you get enrolled in the order flow bootcamp 4-day bootcamp next week. And these are the topics that we'll discuss, and you can also be a member with us for the next 3 months. So this, you use the promo code right here. Here's the promo code. This will be expiring in the next couple of days. Spots are limited, guys. So if you are interested in joining SST and joining us in an order flow bootcamp, we'd love to have you and joining the team. Okay, guys. So this is only for a couple more days. It's up to you guys if you guys want to join or not, but that's up to you. Okay. So everyone always asks us, do we have promos? Do we have specials? So here it is right here. Just click on the link and it will take you and use that promo code. And also, guys, here's our website. If you want to see and join, you have the promo code on there as well. Here's our YouTube channel. Thank you guys for all the support on YouTube. We appreciate all of you guys hitting the like and subscribing to our channel. Thank you guys. And if you guys are interested in EA, this is the SST kill shot on MQL5. You can click the link and get more information there. And this is a tradepassing.com group that helps pass prop firms. Okay, guys. So let's now get right into the charts. I have over here on Bookmap, I have it's on US30. You can see YM is the futures ticker. We are currently above the VWAP right over here, this white line. It is in the 15-minute time slices right over here, where we've got 12:30, 12:45, 1 o'clock is when we started the call. Now we're getting into 1:15. These are our offers above us in the current order book. These are bids below us. Our cumulative volume delta currently right now is negative 430. So there is still some short pressure, but it's still pushing up and making some highs. So you got to be careful with shorting this market right now. Okay, so let's start doing a top-down analysis if you guys are ready. And we're going to start off with US30. Once we finish this, we'll move into gold, and we'll have both of these on split charts. Okay, and tomorrow, guys, we'll be back at 1 o'clock, same time, and we'll be reviewing Bitcoin tomorrow and going into the weekend. Okay, because Bitcoin is really interesting right now. I know a lot of you guys are enjoying learning about it, but you can also trade it and make some pips off of it as well. You can scalp it if you've got good spreads, but more traders with Bitcoin are holding for longer term. Because they believe in the technology of Bitcoin, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay, so let's start off with US30. On the 5 minutes, you can see right here 8:30. You can see how it was just consolidating, and then we had that big news at 8:30 drop, and we start to see the move on US30 come up. Then it kind of double topped up there. We retraced right back down into this pocket of liquidity, move back up, it's a lower high, move back down, and we're coming right back up to trade maybe possibly into here, or they might pull it right back down. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the daily. Let's take a look at how Dow Jones has been moving on the daily over here. Okay, so over here we've been talking about this every single time we come on a call. October, Halloween, end of October, November 1st. This was that liquidity grab to the low, and then they started to bring up the market, closing above critical resistance areas here, closing above this resistance, closing above this resistance, and then continuing to drive it in December. And then starting the new year, 2024, we continued to push for higher highs, which were all-time highs, and then we retraced back down, but no real red volume closed below any critical levels of support to justify a sell-off in the market, and they were just natural pullbacks that got bought right back up. It pulled right back, and then it continued to push for new all-time highs. So this candle right over here is Dow Jones all-time high. On Friday, February 23, we hit 39,287, 39,290, around 39,300, around that level. So that was our all-time high, and since then we've been retracing back down a little bit, but kind of maybe pushing back up. So let's follow like this leg up. So overall on the monthly, yes, we are bullish. It's been continuing to make higher lows, but now we're going to start to go into weekly. So individual daily candles, if I add up 5 of them, it's about a week's worth of trading. So let's see when we hit the all-time high, how have we been moving from there. So what I'm going to do from the all-time high wick to the bodies, I'm going to bring this box down and make it red down to this level, and I'm going to stretch this box across into the future. Okay, and well, the reason why I do that is so I know that if volume ever comes back into this red box, I know I'm trading into the all-time high supply, and when it came in here, it got rejected. The following day, again, Monday, February 26th, it came in here. They rejected it and it closed below. The next day, Tuesday, February 27th, we came again. We tapped right into it. Lower high, lower high, lower high. And then they continued to push down for lower lows. Another lower high, lower low. And this is where we closed Wednesday. But look at how they gapped up the market. Okay, so they closed down here, but they gapped up the market today. Gapped it up right here. Pulled it right back down to fill the imbalance, and then they continued to push it right back up where we came again right into the red box general area, and again they pushed it back down. So you can see that this red box is really holding the resistance, and if we continue to maybe trade inside here, maybe they will continue to push it down. But if we do get some positive green volume on the daily, maybe pushing through here and closing above and retesting this red box, then maybe we'll flip the color and maybe we'll see that this will be green box and turn to support, and then all of a sudden maybe we're pushing up to 40,000 for new all-time highs for Dow Jones. But right now we are seeing that it is holding. Okay, so let's continue to follow this little trend that was coming down, making these lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And where did we trade into? Again, this structure right over here. Here you've got a body, a body, a body, a body, and then it turns into bodies on over here. So what I do is I locate this side of the chart, and that is red over there, right? It came impulsively, broke through and came back down. Impulsively came and closed right there. Then the red candle brought it right back down. We came right into that again. And again, there's our red candle that pushed the market down. So if I extend this red box across and bring it exactly to where we're trading, but now I flip the red to green because you can see how they gapped it up. I didn't gap the market up. The market gapped itself up. So we closed over here yesterday, and there was a specific reason why it gapped up. They gapped up the market, and then they filled the imbalance, and then they continued to push it right back up. But then when it came up here, it came right back down. So we're trading with maybe a indecision candle today where it sold off, it came up, then it came back down. We still have some green volume. So maybe this afternoon is going to be more of a day of consolidation inside here. And then we got to wait patiently for the maybe next month, March, to see our next leg. So you can see they've already printed one leg where it came up to the all-time high, and then we push back down. So you see how kind of we're consolidating the volume inside here. This is the neckline. We might continue to push back up, and then maybe a lower high double top, maybe an actual double top, and then maybe that's our M pattern, and maybe they'll bring it back down. And then this is the neckline we're looking to possibly break. And if we can break and close below, maybe we retrace back up, we flip this green box red, then all of a sudden the market is pushing down, trading down into this structure down into here. That is one possible path, but that's not always going to be the path. What happens if we come one leg up, all-time high, they retrace it back down, all of a sudden we're pushing right back up, and it breaks through the all-time high, and then we retest this, and then all of a sudden it respects that and we make it green, and then we're pushing for a new all-time high. That could just be another higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, then a new all-time high. So this is why we got to take it. If we're following the daily candles, we got to take daily candles one by one. There's less than 4 hours to go here, 3 hours and 35 minutes. So maybe we don't have enough information yet to take a trade. If I'm a swing trader on the daily and maybe looking to hold weekly positions, maybe this area is an area that I would consolidate and I would wait patiently to see what will happen below here, if any red volume on the daily can close below here, or to see what can happen up here. If I want to trade inside here, I measure my zone, I calculate the how many pips it is, and I can be trading inside there. Okay, so those are right now my zones for the daily for US30. Now what I like to do is find some point of interest areas if I'm going to scalp on the daily. So following, we've got some structure built from these 3 red bars that came down. Today they gapped up the market. So when they gapped it up, they came down. I'm going to place a purple line at our low of the day, and our low of the day is inside the green box. So I'm placing a purple line right here, and that is our low of the day today, around 38,780, and when we hit the low of the day, it's higher than yesterday's low. It's higher than all of these other lows, so it is technically holding up the uptrend. It came back to where we opened, where they gapped up the market. Okay, so where they gapped up the market, where they closed yesterday and they gapped it up, that's a point of interest. They gapped up the market there for a reason. So I'm going to place a yellow line here just in case we come back down to this level, that it is an area of point of interest, 38,850, that psychological number around 850, and we continued to push all the way up where this was our high of the day today with that news coming from the core PCI and at 8:30 a.m. and that's our high of the day. So I place a purple line up there, and then I look at my purple line. I look at it, it's lower than over here on Tuesday, it's lower than Monday, and that's our all-time high wick right up there. So technically it is being pushed down, lower highs, and a lower high, but we did not create a new lower low today. So this is where we could get some consolidation now. Also, if we're going to trade, we've got our green volume right here. This is where price action is. It's around 38,910. If we continue to push green, 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 and we come up, maybe I'm going to target maybe this area right here where there's a body and a wick right over here. See how they all touch? So I get more touches, I get more data. This might be a good area of interest to watch on the daily if we do get volume come back up here. So I place a yellow line right here at the body closed yesterday, at the body, where the body opened yesterday and where the body closed on Tuesday. So we got a close and an open. That's a point of interest on the daily, opening and closing price. And then if I look to the left, I see on this day, Monday, February 12th, it was a bullish candle that hit that point of interest, that yellow line, and then retraced back down. Okay, so we're trading right up to this area right now, and what I do is I give the benefit of the doubt that the sellers the last 3 days have been pushing the market down. So I use my yellow line as a point of interest and the wick right here where I draw my new red box. So I draw a new red box right above that yellow point of interest, and I use the size of the wick to determine how big my box is. So guys, do you guys understand what I just did there? So see where I placed the yellow line at the body, and it corresponded and lined up with that wick. Then I just placed the red box. I could have placed the red box maybe that big, maybe that big. But what I did was, since there is some data to the left of our chart, yesterday's high, that's how high I'm going to place the box. That's how big I'm going to place it. So if we trade back into this red box, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt that the sellers will continue to push it down. If we can push on a lower time frame and close above this red box, then maybe I'll flip it green, and maybe we will have momentum to start filling up today's high wick. Okay, so I bring this across, and then now I can see how they're consolidating the volume today. So it's in between here. We might trade inside here, we might break out a little bit higher, or it may push down a little lower. Okay, so that's how we're trading on the daily. There's a lot of range today. There was news, so careful when you're trading. And then let's move into the 1 hour time frames. Now we can maybe get some more information as to how everything is moving on the hourly. I know it's pretty choppy on the hourly, but we did have some big news today. So we were trading down at midnight last night, and then 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Here's London. 3 a.m. pushed it right back down. 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Then you got your consolidation before New York opens up. There's 6, 7, 8, 8. This is that time where you want to be aware of this time. 8 o'clock. There's always, I'm not going to say always, but almost every single day there is some high impact red folders that have to do with USD, and that will impact the American dollar. It will impact, if you're trading gold, it will impact Dow Jones, NASDAQ, whatever you're trading. So here we had a big push on the Dow Jones, that big green candle, and we continued at Wall Street. That's what made our high of the day, and since then we've been retracing back down. 10 a.m. come down, go back up, come back up, lower high, push back down, new low. And then now you see the hourly candles right now, 12 p.m. And right now this candle that we just started right now is consolidating right now, where we came down red. Where did it come down to? It came down 50% into the prior green hourly candle. So if I look at the open and close of the noon hourly candle, half of it is approximately right around here. And then if I look to the left of the chart, I see a body and a body and a body. So I can line up with a white line. I use white line for hourly, and I change it to white. Okay, so that's our hourly support right now. The white line, 38,893. We came down, we're holding it. We're trying to push up. We have tweezer top highs right now on the hourly, and we're going to see if we can break through. Remember that red box I put up there? If we can break through there, maybe close with some hourly volume above here, maybe retest this, then maybe we can come up to here. 39,000 on the dot. That's a psychological number. And then if I place a white line right at a body, and right here, I can see that that is typical hourly point of interest resistance, 39,005, right around there. Okay, so we may, if we can close with some green volume above here, might have the ability to come back up and trade right into this white line and see if we can come up to fill today's high. But we might just consolidate in here, and if we close red below this white line, then maybe we'll have red volume sellers continue to penetrate down and take out this green bar and maybe trade back down into the bigger green box near the low of the day. Okay, so if it is choppy, don't force trades. Lisa, why the big push? News, 8:30 news today this morning caused that big push. Okay, and then let's go into the 5 minutes now. So if you want to scalp 5 minutes, here was again 8:30. The big news over here. Hey, Lisa, we already went over it. Forex Factory, if you just click on the folders, you'll see why the US dollar sold off due to that news, and that's why gold and the markets pumped up from then. But was it a pump and dump? Like they pumped it up and then it retraced all the way right back down. We came right back up again, lower high, then they pushed it right back down with a new low. We came right back up. So you see how the 5 minutes are now consolidating? Like we can draw a trend line also from down here and showing that we are slowly pushing up over here. Sorry. Let me just change the color. Okay, so you see the trend line from down here, kind of where it hit the bottom. We got a higher low. We're still moving up. So if we draw our ascending trend line, we're going to see if we can possibly break out of this red box. That's that area of interest I'm watching. But right now, you see how it's just consolidating, where we're getting a green, red, green, red, green. If you're trading this, it's pretty difficult to trade. So what I do in a situation like this is I box this area in, trap it, and wait to see what the move will be. If it still needs to consolidate, then the market still needs to accumulate. So our what we could look for is, yes, it could continue to just trade inside this box in here, and you decide whether you want to trade in here. If I do trade in here, I measure the move. I measure the top to the bottom, so I know exactly what I'm looking for. It's a bigger range. It's about 30 to 40 pips in here. Okay, so if you're trading, you could get 30, 40 pips in a buy. You could come down 20, 30 pips in a sell. If you don't feel comfortable trading this area, then what I would recommend is, let's see if we can wait for something to maybe break out of here, maybe pull back, and we make this red box green. Then all of a sudden we're shooting up to that hourly white line. Or it might be the opposite direction. If we push back down, we break the trend line, maybe we close below here, it retests this and it gets rejected, then maybe we're going to push down to this yellow point of interest, maybe to the green box area down in here. That's all your personal preference, okay? So it all depends on your time frame you're trading. It all depends if you know how to scalp inside here. Some traders do not know how to scalp inside here, and it does take a little bit of patience. It also, you have to understand what you're looking for in here. Like if you get two red candles and they drop 20, 30 pips, some scalpers are in and out. You know, they're not looking to hold for the bigger move until red volume closes below here. You might not get that. Same with the buyers. They might be holding a position to break out of here, and every time it might come up, it might push right back down. So, but if you get into a scalp where you buy maybe here or here and you go up 10, 20, 30 pips, maybe you got to do something. Maybe you got to scale out. Maybe you got to do a break even. But this is something for you to learn how to do. You know, and then if you don't feel comfortable trading in here, then don't trade this area. Wait for something to develop. Okay, and if we look at the overall from this morning at 9:30 Wall Street market open, that made the high of the day, and since then we've been pushing down here, lower high, and down here is another lower high. Okay, so slowly the market is pushing down. You can see the cumulative volume delta on Bookmap is negative 400. Let's just draw like maybe a line on Bookmap over here, so we can know what we're looking for. So you see when it's coming up in here, it came up. It's not really breaking this area. So we'll see if it can continue to break through here, or if it holds this area, then maybe it's going to retrace back down. Okay, so I like to add technical indicators now that after I've done my analysis. I add the 9 EMA, which is this green line right here. So we're right above the 9 EMA in this consolidated box area. And let's take a look at the 200 EMA. So also the 200 EMA is right down at the bottom at my hourly white line. So that's the white line I put for hourly support. The 200 EMA lines up with my hourly as well. The volume is above the 9 and the 200, which is considered to be bullish in the short term, but we have this big resistance we're trying to break up here. So let's see if they can break through here, maybe push. Even if it's an impulse, I'd like to see an impulse candle break through here, maybe close above. If it pulls back, maybe we might be able to buy a pullback, but we'll see what happens up here. Lisa, how many pips do I aim when I'm scalping minute candles, 1 minute? It depends on security, but if I'm trading, Lisa, Dow Jones, about 8 to 15 pips on the 1 minute candles. But I have, remember, if I'm trading Nasdaq, 0.8 spread. If I'm trading Dow, about 1.2. So I like to get 10 pips if I can, but average overall, if I was to average out all my trades, is about 8 to 15 pips on the 1 minutes. And that's what I generally look for. Could I get more? Absolutely. Could I get less? Absolutely. But that's generally when I'm closing out positions, that's the average that I'm getting. Stop loss, very similar stop loss, Lisa. If I'm looking for 10 pips, 15 pips, my stop loss might be 10 pips, like a 1-to-1. But Lisa, I use structure as well. So, and then when I get in the 1 minute candles, I try to the best of my ability to get in a trade with minimal to no drawdown and go directly into profit. And if I have time, go to a break even. If not, I'm just scaling out. So, but there's different ways how to scalp the 1 minutes. But yes, if I do go and draw down, I'm risking maybe 10, 12 pips, so that if I've had maybe 3 good trades scalping and then I take 1 bad one, I'm still positive, you know. But I'm not going to give back everything and just hold a scalp that doesn't go my direction, and all of a sudden I'm down 30, 40 pips, and then it's killed 4 trades. So, and then if you hit your daily goal, you're out of the markets. Okay, so guys, that's US30. Let me just give everyone in Zoom the chart, and we're going to do gold in a second. Gold was exciting today too, guys. Okay, so in Zoom the chat, there's a TradingView link. That's US30 with my markings, and I'm going to leave US30 right over here. We're going to move into gold as well. Okay, so let's take a look at how gold is moving in the book. Here's gold. Okay, so you see where we're hovering right at the VWAP on gold. Again, 15-minute time slices. Here's 12:45, 1 o'clock we started our call. Here's 1:15, 1:30. I just want to make a note for gold traders. 1:30 right now. COMEX market just closed, okay, 1:30 p.m. So it's been closed for 8 minutes. That's the COMEX market, the commodities exchange market. It opens at 8:20 a.m. Eastern and closes at 1:30. You can still trade. We can still trade, but the volume just changes. There's lack of volume right now, but you can still trade, okay? So I know most of you guys trade gold going into the close. That's fine, but some of other traders want to know sometimes maybe why is there a lack of volume after 1:30, 2 o'clock? It's because the commodities exchange closes, okay? So make sure you are aware of that. You can still definitely trade. There's no rules saying that you can't trade just because COMEX market closes. You can definitely trade. Just be aware that there could be a different type of volatility with COMEX market closed, okay? So let's do a top down, and if you guys are watching US30, just keep an eye on it, guys. Right now it is still making higher lows, but you see we haven't really broken new higher high yet, so just careful on US30. There could be a fake out too, okay? I failed to mention this. There could be a move that, yes, it breaks out impulsively, but then it catches a wick up here, and then it gets rejected, and then it comes right back down in our box. Then it comes back up green, and then it's a lower high. Then they push the market down. Okay, so that's kind of what's considered to be like a head and shoulder pattern. If it breaks, I know we all get excited and we want to buy, but if you buy the impulse before the candle closes, it could get a wick and get rejected and come back down and close inside the box, come back up, then they lower it, then it's dropping, and you bought the impulse break, and then you're in trouble, and then you're in drawdown. So if you don't feel comfortable taking an impulse candle breaking out on any time frame, whether it's a 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, or 30 minute, or an hourly candle, if you buy in on any time frame before the candle closes, you have to know in the back of your mind that it could be a fake out candle and it could reverse on you. Okay, so you have to have a plan when that happens. All of us, we all get faked out on candles. Okay, everybody does, but when we get faked out with them, we have to have a plan in place. Are you taking like a feeler trade on that impulse trade? That's sometimes what I do. I take a smaller trade if I'm taking an impulse, because if it comes back on me and goes against me, I can close it with minimal loss. If I go in with my standard lot size on an impulse and it retraces, how much pips am I willing to risk? Where am I willing to close the trade if it goes against me? All of these things are in my head before I even take the trade, and they should be in your head as well too. Don't just go into a trade blind and hope for the best. That's not trading. Okay, that's just guessing and hoping for the best. Some traders do that, and some traders are good at that. But if you want to be consistent at trading for months and months and years, you have to have a plan before you even hit the buy or sell button. It will help you become more disciplined, and it will help you accept losses more professionally than being scared or panicking when something doesn't go in your direction. Okay, so what I was saying up here is careful looking for buys. We haven't even pushed for a new higher high, and then we have a red candle coming down. So right now it's still choppy. I'm going to continue to watch what's going on in here, but every time it comes down, it's picking up another higher low. It might be coming up, picking up some volume. Okay, and gold right now, I can see it's kind of consolidating, but let's look at the overall picture on gold. Let's move to the daily and take a look. So yes, there was a big move right here at 8:30. This was the news. They released the news this morning at 8:30. The US dollar dropped at that time with the news, and you see gold pump right out of here. Also Dow Jones, we saw that, and very similar to Nasdaq as well, if you were trading Nasdaq as well. Okay, and let's take a look at gold on the daily. I know some of you guys are watching more, paying attention to Bitcoin. I know Bitcoin is exciting right now. Tomorrow we'll do a full analysis on Bitcoin to get ready for the weekend. Thank you, Sirkan. I appreciate you. Guys, if you can show some love and hit the like button, we do appreciate that. Thank you, Sirkan, for mentioning that. And guys, shout outs to Sirkan, doing some amazing trading, really well done. He came to SST specifically to us, and he was honest. He told us what his issues were. We helped him out with that, and he's changed his trading, and he's doing really well right now, guys. So shout outs to Sirkan for doing that, and so quick, Sirkan. You know how quickly you pick that up? It takes other traders months and months to kind of grasp that concept, and you took it and ran with it right away. And so, guys, that's what trading is. Some traders can pick up concepts faster than others. Some traders learn faster than others. Some take their time. I'm a slow learner, okay? So I'm with the guys. I can't do what Sirkan did, how he picked it up that quick. I'm more of a slow learner. So if you're a slow learner, remember, take your time learning. Don't rush the process. There is other traders that can pick up a concept and they can learn it faster than other people. But remember, don't compare yourself with other people. Know what your own pace is and trade and learn at your own pace. I'm a slow learner, guys. So it takes me time to learn. It took me a lot of time. It took me years to learn what I know now. Okay, but if you're like me and you take time to learn, take your time, guys. No rush. But make sure you're disciplined with your learning too. Don't kid yourself and say that you know what you're doing when you don't know what you're doing. Because you're only hurting yourself in the long run, okay? So I appreciate and respect Sirkan coming here and being straight up and honest and saying he's struggling with this kind of concepts, and it was easy to work with him and help him understand what he needs to do, and he's doing great. So Sirkan, just keep it up, keep learning. Remember, the markets are always evolving. Maybe what's working today might not work tomorrow or next week, but you got to keep adapting with these markets, because these markets are always changing every single day. Okay, so we just got to stay on top of the game. Gold, guys. Okay, so let's just get our thinking caps on with gold now. This was our all-time high breakout of gold. Like, do we need to identify our all-time high up there? We don't need to, but if you want to make a little red flag up there, you can. So we all know that gold's all-time high is $2,150. Okay, that was the big push. Will we ever get up here again? Quite possibly we might, okay, but we're nowhere near there right now. We're trading at 2045, but it's not to say we can't get there, but we still have to break some critical resistance before we can get up to that all-time high. So if you see the way how they engineered the all-time high move, I always look at the way how moves are engineered. So this was the last pullback before it found a pivot right here and found gold support right around here, around 1930, and that was the critical pivot that created the all-time high move. It was right off of this bounce. So the market retraced down to 1930. It came up. It closed above this resistance area right here. So I'm going to place a box going across here. This is another important area. This was previous resistance right here on gold. This area, red. Okay, so I'm just lining up my higher time frames. Not demand, sorry. This is supply. I was going to change it as I bring it across. So you see, gold came up here and could not break. And then it pushed back down. It came up again, could not break. Then they pushed it down. And here's where it got injected with all of that volume, where it came right back up to this red box, if I just stretch it across. And you see right there, that was the candle that closed above. Monday, November 27, closed above. There was the retest. If you switched it red to green with the volume bar closing above, then that was our push to the all-time high. And when did they engineer it? It was Friday, December 1st. So Friday, December the 1st, a new monthly candle. That's what we're going to have tomorrow. That's why be careful with your trading today and going to tomorrow, because something crazy can happen. Look at when this move was engineered. Friday, December the 1st, they closed it right here around 2072. And then over the weekend, this is when it opened, Sunday at 6 p.m. This is when gold shot up to the all-time high, okay? And then since then, it got rejected big time, and then the red bar closed, and then we came back down. We held a higher low here. But with this same zone, I'm going to bring this across, and I can see it held support right here. I'm going to continue to bring it across, and in case we ever do come back trade down into this area, it might be support around 2002, 2006. Right now we're up here, but if it ever comes down red, back down into here, maybe it might hold as support down in here, okay? So I'm trying to get my higher low areas of support. We do have resistance above us. Okay, so let's look where our resistance is. Right over here, this is one that we have to acknowledge, because we may come back into this area in the future, and we have to recognize that when it came in here, again, over here, end of December, start of the new year, 2024, January 1st, gold came in here and it got rejected and it pushed down. So let's stretch this zone across so we can kind of consolidate gold more and more and more, so that we can kind of see where it's consolidating and maybe where we get the next squeeze out of here. So right now, it's building on something. See this red candle right here? I talk about this candle because it's an important candle. It's Friday, February 2nd, and it was also my birthday on this day. So I remember this day I was trading with you guys. What I do here is I normally locate 50% of this red candle, but if there is a wick right there, I go with the wicks and the bodies, okay? More so than just always 50%. 50% is if I don't have too much information, but if I have information with a wick, then I use the wick. So I'm using this wick right here on Wednesday, February 7, right up there. See how it came into there? So I'm using my red box up to this range. Now I can see today's daily candle. It's doing something. It impulsively broke out of this red box, and we traded into here, and they rejected it. So see the volume? We still have 3 hours and 10 minutes to go on this daily candle of gold. Lots of time left. So what I'm going to watch this evening is to see if gold is going to trade and close above this red box, so that maybe start of tomorrow, the new month, March 1st, maybe I'll be able to flip this red box green, and any pullbacks down into here might be buys, and then it might come back up and then create higher highs, and we'll see gold maybe come up to now some critical areas. So what I do is, now I have my bigger zones. They're kind of like the pivot zones in the market, but also I like to follow the overall momentum of the market now. So we have right over here where it bottomed out, 1985, and since then we've been coming up higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, a new higher high, higher low, a new higher high today. Okay, so keep that in mind. We did create a new higher high today, and there is a higher low off the bottom. So let's follow today's daily volume on gold. We closed here yesterday at 2034.35. We opened same area, 2034. So let's place a yellow line at a point of interest on the daily for gold. That is, okay, I always say it's a point of interest. Some traders will say, Ron, it's not a point of interest on the daily. That's fine. If you don't agree with me that it's a point of interest, that's okay. But you have to acknowledge that yesterday this was the closing price of gold, and this is where it opened today. So to me, I didn't open and close the market makers did. So I like to know exactly where they opened and where they closed it, because there could be some action at that area. If gold ever comes back and trades at 2034, the buyers who bought today's open might be there waiting, pending to buy again at that area. Okay, so you got to think the bigger picture. Where are the bigger players buying and selling? They're probably buying at where the daily candle opens. Okay, and then if they don't buy there, where else could they buy? So then I follow the low of the day. So it opened there, but then it went down red. It came down red, 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 and stopped right there. 2028.50 cents was our low of the day. So I place a purple line at today's low wick. And what happened down there? That's where they found the buyers. Okay. So if I'm drawing now green box, I use my purple line as reference, and then I can use this tweezer bottom low wicks right there. There's one. on Wednesday, February 28, and then here's another tweezer bottom low wick on Monday, February 26. So that's our weekly low, Monday and Wednesday of this week, and they're equal lows. So you know the importance of equal lows. I always tell you guys, they're holding the market there. So that's where I can maybe place a green box going across to show me where my weekly demand is in the market. Okay, and you see how it's holding here and holding here. Have we traded into this green box yet? No. So this is where they're creating some support. It's holding. We traded into it this morning where it made the low of the day, but it's higher, so it's a higher low. We came back up to the daily open, and then we broke through all of this resistance, these highs right here, Friday's high. We broke out and we came up bullish with the news from this morning, and we created a new high of the day at 2050.67. So I place a purple line at today's high wick right up there, and then I look to the left of the chart to see how far we drove into. We drove into above 50% of this red candle, but could not kind of get it above this area right over here. So you see where we're getting a lot of resistance. So another point of interest for me above the purple line is I've got a body, and a body, and a body right there. So I got 4 bodies. So I'm going to place a yellow line at those bodies, 2055. So if we do continue to push up on gold and we can penetrate above our high of the day, we have a high probability we'll fill the imbalance and come right up to 2055. And then there's the body, and a body, and body. And then above there, all I have is a wick, a wick, a wick, a wick, and a wick. If there's momentum, we may fill up those bodies. But this is the area that I would be watching, is the purple line and that yellow line on the daily. If we get close to the yellow line, then yeah, I can come up a little further and look to see if we can come up to here. Here's a body, and a wick right here at 2058. But right now, I don't need to worry about that. I need to worry about the volume, how it's trading right now. So the volume, once it hit the high of the day today, it got pushed down. So it's coming down, coming down, coming down. Now, this is the area in the next 3 hours I want to watch. Where will this green volume close? Will it close above this red box? Will it close in the red box? Will it close back below the red box so that maybe I can flip this zone tomorrow? But if we come back down red, maybe I'm going to identify, maybe if we trade into this wick on Friday, 2041, maybe I can go a little higher to 2042 on that wick right there. Maybe I can look for more touches. Maybe I can look for bodies. So there I look to the left of the chart and I got bodies. There's a body. So it kind of lines up with this wick on Friday at around 2041. So I'm going to place another yellow line in the red box at that wick right there, yellow. So it's a wick. I get also the body and the body right there. So if we come back down, if gold sells off this afternoon or tomorrow and comes down red, I'd like to see what type of pivot it has here at 2041, and it represents right now 50% of the volume left in the candle. There's the open, there's our volume, there's maybe roughly around half of it. Okay, so I want to see how it will react in this area. Currently, the volume is above the red box, so what I could do is I could flip this big red box right now green and give the benefit of the doubt if it sells in here that the buyers are going to buy it right back up. But this is going to be my area of interest, this yellow line. If it sells back into here, this is where I might be looking to buy. Okay, so let's go to the hourly and look at how gold is trading on the hourly. So you see gold from London right over here, 4 a.m., sold off right down in here, got a little bit consolidated, and then where did this big green candle come out of? 8 a.m. This was when there was news. It affected the US dollar. The US dollar was sold off, and then this caused the pump in gold, and that's where we hit the highs. The highs are spin tops. Okay, so we consolidated through Wall Street and 10 a.m. We had a red bar come down at 11, 12. So you see, if we sell back down, red, I'm going to use this yellow line as a reference to maybe I buy in here. Okay, if it comes down like this is what I'm saying. If it comes back down red, maybe it stops right there, and then I buy off of that, and then it comes back up. Okay, and then I want to see if it can come up and push through there, maybe to that yellow line. But we've already created a resistance top at the high of the day. So you can see like right up there, it got rejected and rejected. So what I could do is I could draw like a red box just to give me a reference that if it does come up there, maybe it does, sell back down. I know it's getting really, all these boxes are probably, what is this guy doing with all of these boxes? But what I could do is I could lower the green one, this big one. Let me show you what I'll do with this. Okay, so you see this green box? You know how I was using that yellow line as reference? I bring it down to there, okay? And then now I bring the red box and bring it across. Okay, so all I did was just change the size of the green box because I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt that the buyers might step in here above the yellow line. And you see how it coincides with above 50% of the big volume bar that happened at 8 a.m. this morning. So there was the open close. Half of it is right around there. So this is where I'm not just guessing half of it. I've used analysis from the daily down to the hourly to kind of guide me, and now I'm just watching how the hourly candles are trading inside here. So if I can see where there was some hourly support, right now I draw my white line at the bodies for reference. So right there, white line. And I can see, yes, we impulsively broke down, but then it came back and closed right here at 2044. And again, it came down, but then it closed above. So I'm holding volume above the white line. That's my hourly support. It might come back up, maybe a double top up here in the red box. So we've already kind of created one leg up where it came up and then back down. There's our neckline. And then now it's coming right back up. Will it come back up and stay below here, a lower high, and then push down? Will it come up for a double top and then push down? But if we get red volume on gold closing below that white line and retest this, I might sell it down to the green box. And if I'm looking to scalp down there, I got to know that my green box is my buying area. But if I'm in a sell from up here down to there, I might be collecting 30 pips, maybe 40. And then I got to know to maybe possibly dip out of the market because the buyers might be waiting and then take it back up. So you got to know too, if you're selling, that it might just sell down to 50% of this, and then if it doesn't break there, it might find the buyers and come right back up. But if this zone flips and then it closes red below there and comes up, I flip it red, I'm not looking for buys. Then I might continue to sell down with gold. This is just a point of interest that I'm looking to look for buys if it does come down here. But at the end of the day, the volume is the boss. The volume, if it closes below here, I got to flip the box green to red, and then I might be continuing to sell. If it bounces off of here, it gets a wick and kind of closes above here, then yeah, I might be looking for buys. But right now, it could be now consolidating in this area. If we want to scalp this area, I go to the 5 minutes, the lower time frame. Kind of got our area all set up. Okay, so we had the big move come out of 830, and then it got really choppy since then. Came down, back up, down, back up, down, back up. We closed below the structure right here. They pushed it down a little further, came back up, lower high, pushed it back down, and then now we're trading inside here. So you see it's not the greatest volume right now to be trading, but there is some 5-minute area of resistance. Okay, right over here. This used to be a green support level right there, turn to red with this red bar that closed below, stretch it across, stretch it across, stretch it across. Okay, so this is now, you see the black chart up here, from right here to there. If I'm looking to take a buy and scalp from up here, fill the imbalance up to there, it's about 15 pips. Maybe if it goes a little higher, I'm going to trade into this volume to the left, maybe get 25 pips in there. Okay, so what we're looking for is it is continuing to ascend. It is making higher lows. Could it possibly break through here, close above, retest this, and shoot up for 15, 20 pips up there? Or will it get rejected and maybe I possibly look for maybe a sell position below maybe this hourly support? I wait down there for maybe a possible sell. And then where would I take it? I want to take it to take out that low right there and then maybe push down to the green box. And when it gets to the green box, I got to know that maybe that's where the buyers are waiting. But if I take that move down, I'm going to go to a break even, maybe start to scale out, maybe close 80% of the trade down there and then leave 20% running just in case it comes back up. But the majority of the trade that I take down there, I want to secure it. Okay, so I could be looking for a possible sell below that hourly support. I could raise it a little higher maybe below 50% of that green candle right there, if that's what I'm willing to do. And maybe look for entertain a sell position, breaking the trend line and 50% right there, and then drop down. But right now it's bullish, so I'm not looking for any sells yet, because you've got a 3-bar play happening with a bullish ignited candle ready to break through here. Okay, so gold is right now it's bullish off the bottom. It's overall bearish from the high of the day, but you still have that big move here, this big rally that could continue to push us up and trade inside here. And this might be the overall double top. Okay, now when you zoom and you look at the bigger picture where it rallied all through here, this whole area you can consider it one top. And then we came down. This whole area, you can consider it kind of to be the supporting level. Now we're coming right back up. What happens if it comes back up and trades again into here? That might be your physical double top, again, around 2050. Then they push it down. Then if it comes down with more volume, that's where I look to sell. Below this area right here, maybe below the hourly, and then drop down to the green box. Okay, so I'm just taking it just one move at a time, and depending on what move I'm looking for. Am I looking for just a smaller scalp move or the bigger move? Okay, so right now let's add some EMAs on the chart. 9, we're above the 9. Where's the 200? Okay, we're well above the 200. The 200 you can see started at basically when it broke. There's that golden cross at the news at 8:30. Okay, so we can't always assume that these indicators are good, especially when we have news, but that was impacted by the news this morning. We're above the 200, we're above the 9, so it is still considered to be bullish. If you're trying to sell this thing right now, you're going against this shorter term trend, so you have to be careful. Okay, so that's gold right now. Let me give you guys the chart, and we'll put these two side by side and we'll watch how they're moving. Okay, so Zoom chat, there's another trading view link in there. That's the gold. We'll put them side by side. Okay, so we got gold right over here to the right. We've got US30 over here to the left. US30 is a bullish candle looking to break through. Okay, so this is the impulse candle breaking through. It is also 2 p.m. Eastern. This candle is going to close in 22 seconds. So this is representing the new hourly candle that opened in the market. So it is still considered to be bullish, but let's see where it will close. Will it close above here? It did create a new higher high. Andrew, if you have no access to your membership area, send us an email, stocksnipertrading@gmail.com, and we'll get our admins or one of us will get you taken care of. So just send us an email, okay? Thanks. Yeah, you want to see US30 on Bookmap? Sure. So this is US30. So you see that 2 o'clock right here. There's 1400 military time. See that penetration above there? That's that impulse break we just had, but we're followed now by a red candle pushing down. Okay, so that's the fake out. That's what I was telling you guys. You have to be very careful, especially the time. 2 p.m. is when they like to fake out the market. So you got to be careful with this. Okay, you see how it came up, it created the new high. I know a lot of traders get excited to buy that, but then if you did, you're in trouble now. Okay, you see how they trapped all those buyers up there, and now they're moving the market away from them until they find where the support is, and then if they want to bid it right back up. But it's still inside this box. That's why I have the bigger red zone to give it the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to take any impulse trades in here. Okay, so it's too consolidated right now. Okay, Andrew, we're extremely busy. If you can send us another email, I'm sure someone will get to you. But if it's not immediate, you got to understand we're zooming, we're streaming throughout the day. But we'll get to you guys. Got to be patient. 24 hours, guys. Okay, is anybody in any trades right now? Let's start off with US30. Is anyone selling right now? Is anyone buying right now? Sidelines. Carlos, you're shorting. Okay, let's see it, Carlos, if we can get a big red bar, maybe close below 38,900 here. Rob, you're on gold buys. Okay, guys, I was just asking US30 first, but then is it okay? So, Rob, you're on gold. Anyone in gold, buying or selling right now? Okay. And remember, everyone's going to be opposite, guys. Someone's buying gold, someone's selling gold. Someone is buying US30, someone is selling US30. That's trading. Okay, you guys got to understand that. Everyone has their own bias. Everyone has their own opinion. Everyone trades their own account. So not everyone is going to be on the same exact page. I'm not in anything myself right now. I'm waiting. I don't like to trade this type of volume. Justin, you lost 1,200 today trading gold. You sold and it went boom, a rocket. Well, Justin, you were probably in a sell right before the news, and you got to understand if you're trading right before news that yes, a candle can go boom, rocket, and you're in big trouble. So that's what we tell you guys every single day here. I don't like to trade into news personally because boom, rocket, yes, can happen, and you're down a lot of money. So you're laughing right now, ha ha ha. Maybe it's a joke for you, but then I can see that you're not taking your trading very serious. Because if it's a joke, not a lot of people joke about losing $1,200 unless it's a demo. But I don't know. You need to learn your lesson. Unless you're okay with that and you can trade like that, then maybe next time there's news, you'll get your 1,200 back. But you're basically gambling unless you know you're sure of the demand area, you're sure of the news coming in to complement your trade. Yes, but you also got to know how much you're risking on that trade. I don't know what type of account you're using. Maybe you're using a $300,000 account. I don't know, and maybe $1,200 is just 1%. Like I don't know what you're using, but this goes for everybody. If you're trading into news, high impact news, be ready for the consequences. If you get faked out, it happens. If you get sucked in by the spreads and the slippage, and you get that, it happens. You guys got to know that, okay? But that's trading. If you're okay with it, that's fine. But if you're not okay with it, you need to learn about it. Justin, you had a $1,350 account. Okay, so you basically blew up your account. Like, I don't know if you're trying to be a clown here or what it is, but that's on you. Nothing I can do. If you go in with $1,300 and you lose $1,200, you're basically gambling. So that's on you. If you want to trade like that, good luck in your trading career. But that's like, man, you got to learn from that. If you got 1,300 bucks in your account and you basically risked everything, that's like you have absolutely no risk management. I'm sorry to single you out, but you're the one that said this. But that's zero risk management. You're gambling, man. You're gambling. Go to the casino. You have better luck placing that $1,300 on black on the roulette table. You got a better way of winning. But guys, that's how some traders trade, okay? So you got to understand that. Not everybody here, but that's how some traders trade. And if you want to trade like that, that's your money. I don't care. It's your money at the end of the day. If you're okay with that, then continue doing what you're doing. But you need to learn from it. Okay, guys, so gold is not really breaking and closing above here. You see that US30 did come up and then pushing right back down. So just a 5-minute interval, like right over here, looking where there's 5-minute support. If I look at the bodies, like right over here, this area. Let me just draw a red line. See right here where there's a red line? If I kind of bring it up and consolidate this zone right here. This is where I can condense all the volume in here. The only thing that broke down was this red candle that came down, but then it came right back up. So if we can maybe close with red volume down in here, maybe this is where we might get a little bit of a sell, continuing to push down. But this is not the greatest volume inside here to be trading. Okay, and this was where the US30 had that drop right over here. This is like this is the candle. Okay, that's your traditional candle, and then this shows you how it pushed down. That's what created the wick. But then you see right away the buyer stepped in here and the buyer stepped in here. So they were asking to trade up here and they bid it right back up. And that's when it came right back up to the resistance. Then it pushed down. You see over here where the buyers got caught. That impulse breakout right at 2 o'clock. Okay, that hourly change, that momentum, and then now it's pushing right back down. So we'll see if we can close red down in here. We have 1 minute and 45 left. Gold also is pushing down. Let's see if gold can maybe break this trend line, maybe start to push down. And again, if it still wants to consolidate in here and it's like an indecision candle, then I'm still waiting. This is not good volume to be trading. Guys, can we hit the likes on YouTube for joining? Thanks, guys. And tomorrow, guys, in Zoom, we're going to push our webinar. We won't do it tomorrow. We'll do it in the next couple weeks. Tomorrow, I've been messaged from a lot of traders in our group say, Ron, can you do like a Friday analysis on Bitcoin? And I'm excited to do that because Bitcoin is exciting. I know some of you guys are looking to trade Bitcoin on the weekends now, but we'll do that full analysis tomorrow on Bitcoin. Talk about previous all-time high, how high we got up to. This last push was 64,000. We'll see if we can hold 60s. Maybe might retrace down to mid 55s. Crypt, it's too late. It's never too late. It's never too late. We've been trading Bitcoin since 2010. It's never too late. Exciting times are coming. A lot of people thought I was crazy when I was talking about Bitcoin in like 2010. But now they're all messaging me, Ron, saying, what else do you know about Bitcoin? 10, 15 years later. That's when I tell them, oh, it's too late. But it's never too late. It's always good to learn. It's exciting. You don't have to trade it, but it's something to keep an eye on. Okay, so you see we came down again, back up. So I'm looking to break this area. Nothing yet. Still developing. Gold is still hanging above this trend line. Tony, you finally had a first real profitable week. Good job, man. See, Tony, it takes a lot of hard work. It's not easy. It takes a lot of... Guys, shout outs to Tony on YouTube. First profitable week. It's a big achievement. It's not easy. People think trading is easy. It's easy to have a profitable week. It's not, guys. It's not. It takes a lot of hard work. You have to battle yourself. You got to battle your thoughts in your head. You got to... Some days you're in drawdown. Some days you take losses. It's how you battle it and how you come back from it. Not everybody can have profitable days trading. That makes trading easier. If every day you trade is a green day and you're happy and you're always hitting daily goals, yeah. But some traders cannot do that. So some traders have a good day, then they got 2 bad days. Then they have another good day, and then that week is break even. So it's a one whole week of trading, and you're back to where you started. So then you got to start your new week. And then let's say you start off with another tough day trading, and then you're going into drawdown now. So it's tough, guys. You just got to be confident in what you're doing. Be confident with your analysis. Don't over leverage. Don't over risk. Don't do what that gentleman did. Justin, is it his name? Sorry if it's not the right. Let me just. But Justin, you put it out there, man. I'm not trying to, or I'm not trying to. But you said it, okay? So don't risk your entire account on one trade on news, or else, like his word said, kaboom is gone. So don't do that, guys. Only risk a certain amount. Okay, so Justin, you're really learning. So you said you don't even know how much lot size you should put. So you got it. These are the basics that you need to learn before you even trade with a real account. Like no one should be laughing about this, but these are the basics. The basics. If you don't know what lot size to use for your account, why are you even trading live? Go to a demo and practice. That's what demo accounts are for. You can open up a demo account, Justin, with $1,300 and pretend it is your real account. And with that $1,300, you can practice your lot size. You can see, are you going to blow up an account? But risk 1% per day of your entire account. If you can't do the math in your head, there's tools that can do it for you. But if you don't know this stuff, you're probably going to blow up another account. If you deposit $1,300 tomorrow, you might have the money and you put it back in. But if you don't know what you're doing or what lot size, you're probably going to lose that $1,300 again. So this is where traders need to take their time and learn. See how traders just go straight to live, have no idea what lot size they're using, have no idea of leverage, and then they're laughing when they blow up an account. That's the silly way of trading. But if you're okay with it, then continue doing what you're doing. But I'm not okay with that. I don't trade like that. Nor should anyone else trade like that. That's reckless. Okay, so you see, guys, no sell. There was no red volume break this critical support level. We're coming up. So if you're in buys, you're getting rewarded with this push. I'm looking to see where the volume will close in the next 30 seconds. These are the things, guys. Everyone just wants to, where are you buying, where are you selling? No one wants to talk about lot sizes. No one wants to talk about leverage. It's boring stuff. Nobody wants to hear that stuff. But to me, it's the most important stuff. You got to know these things, guys. For real. You got to know when to walk away. When to walk away from the markets. If you're having a bad day in the markets, you gotta walk away. That's the maturity of being a trader. You gotta learn how to walk away. Okay, so Dow on the 5 minutes, the strength is above 50. See how we haven't broke below 50? I always use 50 as a guideline. I don't rely too much on this indicator, but we are currently above the 50. Okay, you know how RSI oscillates between 0 and 100. Okay, 50 being the psychological midpoint. We're above it right now, so we're pushing above. So this is where it's strong. There's a lot of strength up here. We never broke below 50, so this is where the buyers can continue to push the market up. So US30 is continued. It was a bullish flag and continued to break bullish through here. So if you're in buys, I know some of you said you guys are in buys. Let's see if we can get a physical bar close above here so that we can flip this red box green. And if we ever do retrace back in here, maybe this will turn into a nice little demand box and we'll get bought right back up and continue to come up for some higher highs. Okay, so it did flag nicely for over an hour in here, like 1 o'clock till about after 2 o'clock. So over an hour of consolidating, and it is continuing to break out to the upside. So remember where we tell you there's only 3 directions. It'll either consolidate and continue to break out, which it's doing right now, or it will still trade in the box, or it will break down below here and push down. So right now it's doing the first option where it's breaking out bullish. Alicia, you're in a buy on Nas. Yeah, Nas is probably doing very similar move. Alicia, congrats on that buy. Okay, and guys, gold is still, it's not really doing much in here. You know, if I was looking for an area to consolidate on gold, it would be below the red box and to that hourly white line. So similar what I did with US30, that's what I would have with gold. Just watch it continuing to see if it will come back up and maybe break out there. But US30 is making its move right now. So even the cumulative volume delta is negative 365, but it is still pushing up. That's representing that we're still bearish on the day where it made this lower high at the high of the day at 9:30 Wall Street. The next pullback right over here at 11:15 is a lower high, and then they pushed it back down. We came right back up right now momentarily, but it is still a lower high from here, lower high and lower high. That's why our cumulative volume delta for the day is still negative 300. The buyers are trying to push it through there. That's why we need some more positive volume to close above there. So that was a nice big push, okay? But there's still a minute 20 left on the candle. So now it's trading right back down into here. So we're going to see how this body will close. Wow, Gwendolyn, I'm very proud of you, Gwendolyn. Can I read what you just wrote, Gwendolyn? Um, Gwendolyn took our advice, calm down, no FOMO. Okay, guys, no FOMO, no fear of missing out. That's a really important part of trading. If you miss a trade, we missed it. Okay, no FOMO. A reasonable lot size. Okay, I'm just reading what Gwendolyn wrote here in our group. So she said, took our advice, calm down. That's perfect. We always want to calm down when we're trading. No FOMO, reasonable lot sizing, closed trades, and tomorrow I'm eligible to request a payout from a prop firm. Congratulations, Gwendolyn. I wanted more today, but I missed movements, so I didn't force trades. I'm so proud of myself. Thank you. Gwendolyn, we are super proud of you that you're following your plan. And you see, you can request a payout now. And you wanted some additional trades today, but they weren't there. Tomorrow they'll probably be there. The next, maybe Monday, they'll be there. But guys, that's a big step. Gwendolyn, that's big discipline. What you just learned, what you're doing. It took me years and years to learn that type of discipline. So I know that you put in a lot of hard work in learning this. Guys, I hope everyone can get to Gwendolyn's her trading, and to understand that don't worry about FOMO. If you miss out on a trade, it's all good. There will be another trade to make. Understanding lot size. That's what we're talking about with Justin on YouTube, to try and figure out his lot size so he doesn't blow up accounts. But that's excellent, Gwendolyn. I'm very proud of you. Congratulations on your payout. That's huge. Take the time to enjoy that payout and see what it feels like. Buy something nice for yourself, and then come back into these markets hungrier than ever and ready to get your next payout. But learning the discipline, guys, of not miss, like right here. Did I possibly miss out on a buy? Yes, I did. But now I look at the ifs, ands, or buts. If I took that buy, it was a nice buy. Let's measure it. Okay, number one, it would have been an impulse, or if I bought that additional candle, it was good for about 20 pips. Now, this is what we say. Would you have been able to pip and dip out of that trade and get your 20 pips, place a break even? If you did or you didn't, now you got a big red bar coming in drawdown. So yes, I missed out on that impulse buy up there, but now I look at it, if I didn't take out the 20 pips, I would be in drawdown right now. And I didn't take that trade, so did I miss out on anything? Not really. So maybe now I'm getting ready to maybe I see it's maybe was an impulse head that broke out. It's coming back down red. Maybe it will close below here, and then I could look for that sell coming down into here. Or else I could just continue to wait. I feel like I haven't really missed out on a trade. You know, some traders feel like they've missed out on a trade. I don't. I know that there's going to be other trades to be made at 2:30, at 3 o'clock, power hour. There's going to be more trades to be made this evening in Tokyo session. There'll be some to be made in London. There'll be more to be made in tomorrow New York session. There'll be some to be made tomorrow Friday afternoon. We have next week, we have next month, we have next year. We have unlimited time to trade, guys. Just stop forcing trades. Stop forcing your account to grow. Just take it day by day. Take it slowly. Take it slowly. Understand what you're doing is more important than anything. Once you understand what you're doing and you can control yourself and you can come in the markets anytime you want and look for the best type of volume to trade, then you know you're doing something correct. Because if you bought that and you never scaled out right now, like not a lot of people can pip and dip after 20 or 30 pips. They hold the trades for 50 or 100. You now are in big drawdown. Here's the elevator coming down. Okay. Now you're probably panicking in your trade, whereas some people that never took the trade are not panicking right now. So I'm just continuing to watch where this body will close. Okay, so I don't want it just to come down red again and come right back up. If it does, I allow it to do that. We still have a minute and 20. Let's see where this body will close. Now to me, it looks like a bigger picture. This looks like the left shoulder. That looks like the head that broke out, and then inside here might be the right shoulder. So if we get a move that looks similar like this, left shoulder, there's the head, we're back in the right shoulder, maybe it trades inside this consolidated box, but if we eventually break down here, pull back up, maybe, and then it starts to drop down, maybe we look for the sell coming down now. ST, you're going to buy again US30. Careful, okay? If you're going to buy it again, just understand that you're buying against a big red body. Yes, you could be correct. It could come right back up, but I'm not looking for buys right now. I'm going to wait for this thing to close because we're heading into 2:30. We have a new 30-minute candle starting up in 15 seconds. So it's better to just wait and be patient. Unless it's going with your analysis and you want to buy it up, then you go for it. Yep, wick to wick is 60 pips. Big move. Okay, so we touched the 200 EMA. We're still above our hourly white support box. It came back up. We're opening 230 with a green candle, but look how much more momentum we got to do. We got to come back up to, if we just look, where's 50% of the red candle where we opened and closed, 50% is right there. It's at our yellow, our daily point of interest. So we might have to come up green, 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 maybe close above that yellow line in order to continue to push bullish. But right now, we've got a lot of maybe pressure to push this thing down. So if it just came up, we're below the 9 EMA. They might continue to push this thing down. I'm looking for maybe some red volume to close below here because it did come down there, and when it did, it went right back up. It just previously came down there, and when it did, it went right back up. So we need to get maybe a red body to physically close below here in order to maybe look for the bigger sell coming down. Guys, I noticed that a lot of you guys are struggling with maybe your lot sizing and things like that. These are the basics that you need to learn. Lot sizing, leverage. It's just like when you're learning to drive a car. You need to learn where's your gas pedal. You need to learn where's your brake pedal. If you're driving a manual, you got to know how to use your clutch. You got to know where your blinker is. You got to know the rules of the road when you're driving. You can't just, maybe some of you guys can just get in a car and just go with no license and just drive reckless and go through red lights and you do your own thing, but eventually maybe you might get pulled over and see you're going to get a big ticket. So that's like trading. If you have no idea what you're doing and you're just trading, yeah, you might be profitable 1 or 2 days, but you're going to get caught. The market will catch you one of these days, and you're going to pay a big penalty. And you might lose your account, or you're going to take a heavy loss. But when you're learning to drive a car, you got to learn the rules of the road. Same with when you're learning to trade. You got to learn the rules of trading. Number one, before you even learn anything about technical analysis, make sure you learn the basics. Make sure you understand what is a pip. If you're trading the futures, you know what a tick is. You know what a lot size is. You know what leverage represents. You know margin, what that means. Because if you have no idea what these words are, what I'm saying, you're going to have a difficult time trading. And you're just making the journey that much harder for yourself. RS, did I drop out of school? No. I graduated with honors in high school, and I also went to university, and I graduated with economics, finance, and I had a couple minors in mathematics and psychology. So I did not drop out of school. I tell anybody in this group to not drop out of school. I tell everybody school is very good for you. School is powerful. You can trade and go to school. I did that. You can trade and go to work. You know, people do that. I tell everyone, don't quit your jobs until you have proved to yourself that you can trade for multiple years and be consistent and be successful before you even think about quitting your job. Especially if you have young kids and family, guys. Be smart about that. Education is very, very important. Working is also very important. It helps you as a trader as well. If you can work and trade at the same time, your work can pay for all of your bills. It alleviates a lot of pressure off of you as a trader. If you're just a trader and you know this week you have to pay your mortgage, you got to pay your bills, you got to buy groceries, it puts a lot of pressure on you. What happens if you've had a bad week trading this week and you have all of that on top? You know, it's going to affect the way how you trade. And so you're going to put so much pressure on yourself that you don't need to put. So Forex is open 24 hours a day, guys. And you're working, you can also figure out a time and schedule when you can trade. You can trade the Asian market, you can trade London market, you can trade New York, you can trade around the clock, guys. All you need is about 2-3 hours maximum a day if you're scalping the market. Some scalpers only need 1 hour, 90 minutes a day to hit their daily goal. But I will always preach this, and I will never change this. Never ever drop out of school, guys, unless you know what you're doing in life, unless, I don't know, but always go to school. If you're a young student, don't drop out. School can help you with everything. Also, if you're working, don't consider quitting your job unless you've proven to yourself you can be consistent at trading for multiple years to even consider quitting your job. Those are real life questions, guys. I know I don't normally talk about that stuff, but you just asked me if I dropped out of school, and no, I did not. Juanito, you learn nothing at school, just formatting people in the world? It could. Depends. It depends what you're taking. I know a lot of doctors that learned from school, and they're helping people. They helped me out last couple of weeks. They helped my family in a car accident the other day. So if it wasn't for those well-educated doctors, what would I have done? So school is important for certain professions. I will admit that. Other professions, are they that important? Like if you're going for history, like if you're not going to do anything with the history degree, I don't know, then yes, I agree with you. But being a doctor, bigger professions, yes, you do need schooling. But school is not for everybody. I admit that too. I've got a lot of friends who never went to school and they've opened up their own businesses and they're very successful. So, but I'm talking as a trader, okay? If you're young, if you're in high school, if you're just starting college, or if you're just starting university, don't quit because you want to become a trader until you've proven yourself. Juanito, I'm talking about the young kids out there. I don't want to see young kids drop out of school just to trade when they have no idea what leverage is or how to use a lot size. Because then not only can they ruin their life, they might not be a good trader, and then they have nothing to look forward to for the rest of their life unless they can open up their own business. But guys, that's just my opinion. Okay, I don't want to get into this because some people will argue with me saying that school is not for everybody, and I understand that. Okay, so just my opinion. My opinion means nothing. I'm just talking about myself. Okay, so you see how now we're just consolidating? See how it came down red? We had the green candle come back up. If you guys remember, while I was talking, guys, I talk and I watch the candles. It came down red, red, red. It was pushing down, but then it came back up. Remember, this is a 5-minute candle. So you see now how we're maybe trading inside the right shoulder. So we're going to see if we can continue to absorb buyers. That was the left shoulder. That was the head that broke out. Here's our right shoulder. We want to see if they can continue maybe to push it down, close down in here, retest this, then drop. Maybe that could happen, but right now it's still, buyers are buying it up right now. So this is where it gets frustrating trading this, but this is not the greatest of volume. You can see how it's trading. It's just barcoding. So you got to be very careful. Maybe things will open up in the next 20 minutes during power hour. Maybe things might not even open up. Maybe today might just be a really consolidated close, really choppy close. And if that's what the market is giving us, then we have to accept it. If you're willing to trade this, then you got to know what type of volume you're trading. If you're willing to wait on the sidelines like I am, maybe I'm going to not have a trade this afternoon. Maybe I might have to wait till tomorrow. Maybe I might have to wait till Monday to look for a better setup. But right now, it's just, there's no direction currently. How are your spreads, guys? How's everybody's spreads? US30, I have 1.2, so 120 points is 1.2 pips. Nasdaq, I have 0.8, and gold, I have a really good spread right now, 0.3. So almost a free trade with gold right now. But I do have to pay commissions with gold, and I do not pay commissions with US30. Carlos, you're 1.1 US30, 1 with Nas, 1 with gold. Nice. Yeah. Those are really good spreads, Carlos. Jeanette, you're 1.6 with US30, 1.4 with gold. Okay. So guys, you got to factor those in. You see how I have a different spread, Carlos has a different spread, Jeanette has a different spread, you guys have a different spread. Everybody has different spreads. So you have to factor that in when you're taking a trade as well. Like if you're trading in a really tight zone and you're scalping in here and it's only like basically a 10 pip zone, then factor in your spreads, minus those from your zone. And also maybe your broker might be delayed a couple seconds compared to others. There might be a little slippage involved. That's when we use the word slippage. And then your net gains, after you subtract all those, where you think you're maybe trading for 10 pips, you might only net 7. So these are all things that you have to factor in as a trader. These spreads and slippage fluctuate throughout the day, but maybe we got to wait for more better volume to be trading. Yeah, Justin, again, so you're saying your spread 2.5 is too high. So yes, so these are things, Justin, you need to take your time and learn. Okay, not only are you over leveraging your account, you gambled your entire account on news this morning and you lost it all, and your spreads are high as well. So these are all things. What I would do if I was you is I would open up a demo account, and I would go back to learning what are spreads and all of these things, because you got a lot to learn about trading. It doesn't have to take you 1 month, 2 months to learn all about. You can learn this overnight. Okay, it's not that difficult, but make sure you learn these things. Okay, otherwise I wouldn't be wasting my time telling you these things. Okay, so maybe we're going to finish off this red candle closing. Gold, okay, so gold is now pushing down. We didn't have anything close above here on gold, so maybe the markets are now going to push down, but I don't want to get faked out again. It could just come down and go right back up. Okay, so I'm looking for US30 to maybe physically close below here. Maybe gold to physically close. Remember our white line? That was our hourly support line. It's also representing 50% of this big green candle that broke out of here at 1250. Maybe we need to physically close below here. And then if it pulls back up, identify, open and close. What is 50% of this big red candle? Okay, if I'm doing it right now before it closes, I know there's 2 minutes, there's a lot of time, but that's about half of it currently right now. Open and where it is, that's approximately half. So if it comes up green, green, green again on the next bar, gets rejected and pushes down, that's where I might take a possible sell to push down and take out this previous low right there at 2043 and to see if it will push all the way down to this green box. And also US30 is making its move as well. And we have about a minute 30, and then we're getting a new 15-minute candle open the market again at 245. So even if we look at the 15-minute candles, like look at the 15-minute candles on gold and US30, not the greatest, trading from 1245 before we started this call. Okay, so some of you guys are saying it's a bad market. I agree with you. It's not the greatest. Okay, so we are breaking currently, but every time we broke here and here, it caught a wick and went right back up. So we have 1 minute left. Let's see how this candle will close and then how our new 15-minute candle will open. And also judge where's 50% of this red bar coming down. Open, where it will close. Half of it is maybe right around here, right below those bodies, structure. And then if there's anything, if you're going to place a stop loss, if you're going to go into a sell, maybe above the structure up here, you want to measure how big the stop loss is. That's will determine maybe your lot size that you're going to use. Okay, so gold is very bearish. US30 is bearish right now. Okay, so we close right at 200. Let's assume if it opens up green and comes up. No, it's red pushing down. Remember our white line? White line is hourly support. Will it catch a wick there? No, they're really dropping it. Okay, so you can see on Bookmap it's dropping. You can go in on an impulse if you like, okay, if that's your style of trading. You can take the impulse or you can wait it out. Maybe wait for 1 minute to close. That's the first 30 seconds. See, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. That's just the first 30 seconds. It pushed down and caught a wick coming right back up. Gold has a green candle coming right back up. I'm still waiting. So I see it came down the first minute impulse. Let's see if it comes back up and can hold. Now it came back up. Let's see if it can hold the body a little bit. The area that I'm interested in is, will it hold red maybe below here if it ever does come back up? The area that was previous support, turning it to the resistance. Right here, that was support, 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 support. Now if it comes back up, maybe I'd like to see if it can still stay below here. And what I was saying about gold, if it comes up to about 50% of that red candle, see how it's coming up? Okay, so you see how it flipped. I did not take the sell on impulse. I'm waiting. Okay, so now I know 90 seconds has gone by. Still has the red body. Let's see now if it kind of maybe absorbs some buyers and maybe they'll push it right back down. Gold is bullish, right at that hourly support line, coming right back up. Okay, so this is a bullish pin bar turned into like a hammer candle right back up at that 200. So I'd like to see, will it retest up here? Still kind of trading inside here. So if you took a quick sell and it came back up, you gotta anticipate that that could happen. It's not always just going to drop down red right into profit. You got to know that there could be a pullback. It's a new 15-minute candle that opened. It broke our hourly support level. Anytime it breaks, could find the buyers. See where it broke right there? The buyers it got trapped right there. Now they're kind of trying to bring it up, but you see there's the battle right here. Here's the battle at the VWAP here on US30. So this is where we're going to see if the depth of market can continue to absorb these buyers and maybe push this move down. 2 more minutes to go. Here's gold coming up to retest 50% of that red bar. Okay, so if you take a quick sell, you're in trouble. Now it's a hammer candle coming right back up, testing our area right here. So I'm still patiently waiting. It's just because the way how the volume is trading this afternoon. It's a tough market. We've already established that. It's tough today. So the best trade is no trade. The best trade is to maybe stay on the sidelines. Unless you're confident with the move and you have a bias. And you're not over risking. You're not over leveraging. Okay, now we have 1 minute. It touched the red box. Now they're pushing it right back down. Where and how will this candle close? Right now it's a indecision candle. But now we're pushing back down red. Could come down. Will it close below the white line? See, every time it comes down to the white line, it goes back up. So you see it's a spin top candle. We got some indecision now. So it's like a coin flip. It's a 50-50. Maybe the sellers will push it down, the buyers will bring it back up. So maybe we got to wait on this candle. Maybe we need more information on the next candle or where this one will close in the next 40 seconds. Okay, so now we have 23 seconds. Let's see where it will close. Gold came up and they pushed it back down. So if you're trading gold, maybe let's see if gold can break down in here. Also US30, let's see if it can break down in here. Okay, so we close with a little bit of a red body. Open up green, they rejected it. Get ready. This could be a quick move to the downside. Okay, let's see. It's a lower high breaking down. Okay, it's still at that white line. It's holding. Coming right back up. See, it's a small doji candle right now. So there's lack of volume right now. Okay, so it's still holding. Let's see if they'll push it down now. It's not there yet. Gold might have a 3-bar play. Okay, but the wick, you also have to know it came up, back down. If they break it down, it could come down. And if you guys are looking for a gold sell, maybe it does come down to that prior low over here at 2043.38. But I'm looking more at US30 right over here, watching. It's at the VWAP. Very, very, very tough area right over here. Okay, see the buyers, how they're transacting right up here? I don't know if you guys can see it. See how they're bidding right up here? Okay, then they just got absorbed. We'll see if they can push it right. Yep, now they're pushing it down. Okay, so they're bidding it right back up at that white line. Okay, so you can see this is the tug of war. This is where the battle is. It's right at this volume weighted average price line. Okay, you see it's not ready to sell yet. It's not ready to sell yet. So you see, if you want to consolidate this area from the red box to the white line, you can. You can just lower this consolidated zone down, and then this is like the flag we're watching down in here. But it just came up, lower high, spin top candle. Can they kind of trap the buyers and get ready to push it down now? We've got half the candle is gone, 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Okay, now they got maybe trapped some buyers, and now they're ready to redistribute the volume to the downside, but it still is not really breaking yet. It really tests your patience. It really does. Okay, and then there's your 9 EMA approaching the 200. Some of you guys are looking for a death cross. Sometimes it can be a false signal. It can be a fake out. We're about 6 minutes, 7 minutes away from power hour. Okay, so there's a lot to consider. A lot to consider. Okay, it's ready to break. Okay, remember, will it break this low wick? Will it come up with a higher low? So it is a higher low. So if it comes up now and then they push it back down, it might have enough momentum to take out this low and drop. So that's the final push I'm looking for to consider taking a sell. It came down, higher low, it's coming back up. So if they can continue to absorb those buyers and push it down, I might be looking to take the sell right before power hour. But I gotta know too that power hour could change the momentum, and then they turn it up green coming in power hour. So then I got to know where to place my stop loss. If I do go into a sell, my stop loss will be maybe above this point of interest on the daily at this yellow line. So I'll give it room to breathe in case it does pull back up and then it goes back down. Otherwise, I'm waiting for this red candle to close below that white line to give me confirmation. Because if you are taking this, you're still taking it on impulse a little bit. But you still got some more information. What does power hour mean? It means the last hour in Wall Street. So Wall Street is open from 9:30 to 4 p.m. Eastern. So we're approaching 3 p.m. Eastern. So power hour is the last hour, 3 to 4 p.m. There's a lot of volatility. It's when the market closes. So if you're trading index like Dow Jones or Nasdaq or S&P, it could get volatile. So that's the last hour of Wall Street. Okay, so there's our close. Okay, we closed again right at that white line. Again, it's a green candle open. Will they push it down now? Okay, I'm going to go into sell now. I'm entering a sell. I'm going to hold this going into power hour. I'm placing my stop loss, like I said, above that yellow line up there, above that daily point of interest. I'm looking to see if it will break down to the next yellow line. Okay, that's about a 1-to-1 risk to reward. If it can continue to push down and break that yellow line, then we're trading into that green box. It'll give me a little more than a 1-to-1. If it starts to come down in there, then I'll lower my risk and bring my stop loss down. But I'm in a sell on US30. I'm going to test this thing to see if it can break down going into power hour. More specifically, I also want a red body to maybe close below this white line. Maybe see if it can break this low and continue push down so that maybe we can get some momentum to push down in power hour and see if we can get this. But I'm in a Dow sell right now. You're in a gold sell too? Yep. Okay, so we had one red bar close below that hourly. It might come back up. Let's see if gold can continue to stay down here, and maybe gold can push down to this red line and ultimately down to the green box. And guys, I can stay till about 3:05, 3:10, and then I got to take off and pick up my kids. I might be in this trade after the call when I leave, or I might be stopped out. We'll see what happens here. Okay, but it's still consolidating right at this VWAP area. And let's take a look at the hourly candles as well. Okay, I like to look at the hourly before the hourly. So this hourly candle, we came up, it was green, 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 got rejected at that red resistance area. Same with gold. Okay, came up, pushing down. So if we can get hourly volume on gold to close below that white line, then maybe we can push down in the next hour. And same with US30. Okay, I entered the sell maybe prematurely, right, a little too early. But if I can get that red volume closing down in the next 2 minutes below this white line, then maybe power hour we might push down, but that's going to be maybe where there's going to be a critical close at that area. So I like to watch it on the 5 minutes right here, this white line. Cumulative volume delta on Dow is negative 600. Let's see cumulative volume delta on gold. Okay, so gold broke the VWAP right here, negative 820 on gold. So that's good for gold. Might continue to absorb the buyers and continue to sell down. So I'm giving it a little room to breathe, but I'm also going to get stopped out up there because I don't want this to come up power hour and maybe close above that yellow point of interest. And then this is a bullish move coming all the way through here. So that's all I'm willing to risk on this trade. That's it. I'm not willing to risk any more. And if I do get stopped out, that's where I'm going to get stopped out. I might get even stopped out before this even goes into power hour. Okay, that's what trading is. Okay, so it's an ignited bar right there at this location. And I'm going to get stopped out. I'm stopped out right now. It's 3 p.m. I'm not going to go in power hour with this. I'm stopped out, guys. Took a loss on that trade. Maybe I went in too premature right there. But, guys, you got to be careful. This could continue to maybe bust out of here and be a bullish move. Maybe they grab some liquidity right at that end of the hour. No red volume close below that hourly support. This thing could continue to drive through here. I took a loss on that, guys. Okay. So that was a loss. Yeah, if some of you guys, it's bullish too, guys. Yeah, keep an eye. If it closes above here, it could continue to break out. But you got to be careful on these hourly switch ups, especially power hour. Yeah, but that's trading, guys. Okay, guys, that's it for me. I got to go pick up my kids. This is not the volume I like to trade. I'll continue to watch this as I head out. But guys, thanks for joining. Tomorrow we'll be back at 1 o'clock and we'll do some analysis on Bitcoin before the weekend. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for the likes and subscribes and all of that. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys and have a good night tonight. Careful trading in power hour. This is not the greatest volume. We had to deal with all of this garbage. I tried to sell down there and got faked out. but I have my stop loss right above that daily yellow line because I don't want green volume to close above and then all of a sudden it's a big bullish move. If it does come back down, I could maybe look for another sell, but I just don't like this volume. Maybe I'm going to stay away from the markets this afternoon and I'll come back tomorrow. Okay, guys? So have a good evening, everyone. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hey guys, good morning, welcome to the live session of Stock Sniper Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US30, sell, okay? I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please, secure.